Hello everyone, my name's Katrina. I'm a little bit sleep deprived, but today I have a book haul. And I did have a box that I was going to show you, but I can't remember where I put it. Dun, 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 dun. Where to go? Oh, see? This is a problem. Okay, I found it. Later in the video I'm going to be opening up the YA Chronicles box. I can't remember which theme it is. I have seen a sneak peek of one of the items and I'm very, very excited. You have no idea. That'll be exciting, but I also have lots of books to show you as well, so let's just jump straight into it. First and foremost, I bought the first 3 books in the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. If you've been following along with my reading vlogs, you would have seen that I read Red Queen in the month of April. I was borrowing a friend's copy. I also had the opportunity to meet and film a couple of videos with Victoria, which was super exciting. So now I have these 3 books in the series and I got them signed. In this world, society is divided up depending on your colour. There are the Reds, who are the common folk. They are oppressed and discriminated against, and then we have the Silvers. They are the elite, and having silver blood is an indicator that they have abilities. So there are kind of supernatural powers that these people have, and the Reds don't have any power. We follow our main character, Mare, who is a Red. She quite shockingly discovers that she has a deadly ability of her own. She's basically hidden in plain view in the royal court and told that she is silver. So it's kind of about stepping lightly and trying not to unveil her secrets, which could lead to her death most likely. And I really, really enjoyed Red Queen and I'm excited to pick these up as well. It's getting hotter here. But I will not take off my clothes because we are not on that part of the internet. These next 2 books I am very excited about. I haven't yet read the first book in this series, but it's one of the books that I'm planning on reading this year. It's one that I expect to really enjoy. I'm very excited to get to it. But there was an opportunity online to get books from this series signed and personalized by the author, kind of to celebrate the release of the newest book. I decided I didn't want to miss out on that offer. So I picked up Wind Witch and Sight Witch by Susan Dennard. Oh, this is interesting. So there's like a little postcard here that says, "Can you solve the Sight Witch sisters 9-star puzzle?" Not in this mental state. But here it is, signed and personalized to me, which is very exciting. And then Sight Witch is also signed as well. And I just thought, hey, I might as well do this because who knows if and when Susan will visit Australia, or if I'm able to visit the US again, and if I'm actually ever going to meet the author. So I thought this was a great opportunity for me in little old Australia. The first book in this series is Truth Witch, and all that I really know about it is that there's different kind of witches with different abilities. Truth witches are able to determine whether people are telling the truth, and I think the names are pretty self-explanatory. So Wind Witch, I'm assuming she's able to manipulate the wind, and Sight Witch, I'm assuming, has to do with being able to see the future, having the sight. So that's my guess there. But I've heard so many great things about this series, and in particular that there's some awesome female friendships, which just buzzword. So I'm really happy that I now have these, because that means when I do read Truth Witch, I don't have to wait to pick up the next book. I also have Lips Touch 3 Times by Laini Taylor and illustrated by Jim D. Bartolo. My friend saw this at like a book fair and she was like, "Hey, this is $8. Anyone want it?" And I was like, I would love that. That'd be amazing. Thank you. Could I tell you what this is about? No, but what I can tell you is that there are these amazing illustrations. Oh my goodness. How amazing is that? Let's see what I spent my hard-earned money on. I think this is 3 short stories following 3 different girls, and it says about the deliciousness of wanting and waiting for that moment when lips touch. Basically, I saw Laini Taylor and I really do enjoy her writing, so I was like, hey, I'll give this a go. I also have an advanced copy of The Queens of Venice by Tessa Gratton. How beautiful is this proof edition, by the way? It is so beautiful. And hey, you know what? I can tell you what this is about. It's about 3 sisters, 1 kingdom, and a divided house. The little synopsis doesn't give too much information away, but it does sound really intriguing. I like how it's been written. So it says, it begins when a wizard cleaves an island from the mainland because the king destroyed her temple. It begins on the day 2 bright hearts are born to the island, one just past dawn as a crescent moon rises, and the other when the sun is brightest, obscuring the glow of stars. It begins when a queen sits in a pool of stars. So we have 3 different sisters, battle-hungry Gala, master manipulator Reagan, and a restrained, star-blessed Elia. So that's all that I really know about this one. It is a fantasy. Beautiful cover, proof cover at the very least. So we'll see what I think. This is another proof copy called I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. I believe this follows 2 characters. There is Angel, who is a fan of this band called The Ark, which I believe is like a pop rock boy band, and then we follow Jimmy, who is the ARC's front man. So I'm guessing these two characters meet somehow, their lives are thrust together in some way or another. I don't know much else. In April, I attended the launch for Amelia Westlake by Erin Goff. We have two main characters, Harriet Price and Will Everhart, and I don't think they're necessarily from the same social groups, but something happens, they come together to devise this one massive hoax. And I think it's mainly done in the hopes of exposing some of the problems in this school. I think there may also be some romantic feelings between these two lovely ladies, which is very exciting. So being at the launch, I also got this one signed by the lovely Erin Goff, who is so wonderful, and it was really interesting hearing the inspiration behind Amelia Westlake. Erin Goff, when she was at school, actually did something really similar to this, and with her friends devised a hoax, and it sounds so funny. It sounds so amusing and so interesting, so I'm really interested to pick up this book and see what I think of it. The Astonishing Color of After by Emily XR Pan. To be honest, I don't know anything about the story, but I've been seeing people raving about this online everywhere. I initially saw Books and Lala reading it and loving it, and then it's just popping up in my feed absolutely everywhere. So when I saw it in the bookstore, I decided I was going to get it. It was happening. Plus, this cover is incredibly beautiful. From what I can tell from the synopsis, we follow Lee, whose mother committed suicide, and she left a note saying, "I want you to remember," and Lee is trying to figure out the meaning behind this message, and it says she's guided by a mysterious red bird, which I'm intrigued by, but she also travels to Taiwan to meet her grandparents. I think art is involved in this as well. It sounds like it could be quite a heart-wrenching story, some family secrets and mysteries as well. Like I said, I've just been seeing so many people talking so positively about this one that I couldn't resist. I finally picked up Ice Wolves by Amy Kaufman. I know, I'm shocked. Why have I not picked this up before now? Could not tell you. I'm a huge fan of Amy's other books, including the Starbound trilogy and the Illuminae files. So when I heard she was coming out with her own book independently and that it was going to be a middle grade fantasy, I was like, hey, sign me up. From what I can tell, there are these different elemental clans. There's the Ice Wolves and the Scorched Dragons, and I think people within these different clans are able to like take on this elemental form. So the main character, Anders, has a twin sister called Raina, and he takes on one elemental form and his twin sister takes on another. So I think he's kind of questioning if they're even related or what all of this could mean. But essentially the Scorched Dragons claimed Raina for their own and took her away. So Anders is going on a journey to rescue his sister. There is a beautiful book map. Oh my gosh. Very excited. I finally have this in my hands now. Today I also visited Basement Books, which is like a discount bookstore in Sydney, so you can usually find some things for relatively cheap. Anyway, I saw these books and they were like 50% off the normal retail price, so I decided I was gonna pick them up because what an opportunity. I don't know. Anyway, the first one is The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch, the first book in the Gentleman Bastard series. I do already own the second and third books in this series and I've been dying to get to it, but not having the first one, couldn't really start reading it, so I remedied that. I've been wanting to pick this series up for years and years, and I've finally given myself the opportunity to do so. I also picked up Assassin's Quest, which is book 3 in the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb. So today it was our very first book club meeting for the name of the book, which was so much fun. I had an absolute blast and we had such a great discussion at the Sydney book meet. I really enjoyed it, and our first book of the month was Assassin's Apprentice, which is the first book in the Farseer trilogy. I definitely plan on continuing on with the series, and so when I saw that they had the third book for the discounted price, I was like, I might as well pick it up, because normally if I get it from Dimmicks or whatever, it's like $24. I do still need to go out and buy the second book in the series, but that's alright, and oh my gosh, I was not expecting it to be this big. The first book is like less than half of the length of this, so when I saw how thick this was, it was a little bit daunting. I was like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? But I am very excited to continue on with the series. I will talk a little bit more about my thoughts on Assassin's Apprentice in my wrap up, and by the time that you see this video, I actually should have already posted my live show discussing Assassin's Apprentice with a couple of the other name of the book hosts. So I'll also try and remember to leave the link to that live show in the description below. Otherwise it's probably the video that I posted before this one, so you might have already seen it. The last book I'm going to be talking about is one of the advanced copies that recently came in at work. If you didn't know, I work for Bloomsbury Publishing Australia, and that is All of This Is True by Leisure de Peñaflor. First of all, how cool is this? Got the hidden messages in the page edges. Love it. This follows 4 teenagers on Long Island who meet Fatima Rowe, who is the author of their favorite novel. And they're kind of surprised because Fatima Rowe befriends them and invites them into her life. So they grow much closer to the author and start to tell her all of their darkest secrets. 1 year later, these teenagers are shocked to see Fatima Rowe's new novel, which is completely based on the things that they had told her. It's completely based on their lives. And the revelations in this novel are kind of devastating. I think this may have a little bit of a thriller feel, and it's a story about obsession and revenge. It sounds so intriguing, so I'm really hoping I can get to this one soon. So these are most of the books that I received in the month of April. I finished up with part 1 of this video. Now moving on to part 2, which is my YA Chronicles unboxing. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection complete? Let's see what's inside the April YA Chronicles box. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was given a bit of a sneak peek of this item that was included in the box, and I think it's going to be one of my favorite things ever. So I'm really excited. Okay, you ready to see it? I don't think you're ready for this jelly, but it's happening anyway. Guys, can you see that? Can you tell what this is? It was kind of silky feeling as well. I wasn't expecting that. Guys, it's a Nevernight pillowcase. Oh! This is amazing. The quote on this is, "The last thing you will ever be, girl, is someone's hero, J. Christoph. Nevernight." I love it so much. Can I just wear this pillowcase all day, every day? Let's see what this lip balm is. Oh, this is from Shatter Me. So this lip balm is called Aaron Warner. It is by Lit Balms. I love that name. That is amazing. And the flavor is spearmint. Ooh, it's kind of mild actually, but it feels really nice. And I like that it's a grey color. Not what you'd typically expect from a lip balm. I like it. The next items that I'm going to show you are the content card and the bookmark. Once again, we have an epic illustration on the content card. The theme for this month is a little bit wicked. This is the design on the bookmark as well. And then on the back, it says the theme too. I think I'm going to go with this one next. Oh my gosh, I love this. So this is a pin made by Tree Folk Press, and I've previously bought a couple of pins by them before. I think I have a Dobby one and a Hedwig one. Oh, and a Newt Scamander as well. So we have another pin, and this one is Draco Malfoy. He's so adorable. Oh, and this one has a really nice shine finish as well. The other ones are kind of like a matte. It doesn't have this glaze finish on top of it. Oh my god, I just saw what this is from as well. They're hitting it with some of my favorite books of all time. We have this little art print card with a quote from Vicious by Victoria Schwab. This says, "Plenty of humans were monstrous, and plenty of monsters knew how to play at being human." But I really, really like this art print design as well. It's so dark and bloody and red, and these creepy, creepy hands in the corners. I also just spotted this, I think it's probably a little sticker as well. So it's the same design as the Draco Malfoy pin, but it's a little sticker or just a little drawing of him. He's so cute. I think this is the last item in the box, but if you haven't been able to tell already, the book is Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. How cool is this cover? That title page as well, it's so cool. The chapter headers as well. Oh my god, this is just such a gorgeously designed book. Oh my god, does this have a map? Oh, I wish I'd had this map. So I read an advanced reader copy of this and it didn't have a map. This would have been incredibly handy. Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody is a dual perspective story. We follow N. Salter and Levi Glacier. So basically N's mother has gone missing, and in order to find her, she travels to the city of Sin where no one leaves uncorrupted. The only lead that she has is this guy named Levi Glacier. So he's a bit of a con man and he's been caught up in this scam, and he's almost finished with his last payment with this whole scam, and N manages to rope him into finding her mother. I really did enjoy this book. I gave it about a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm probably going to be doing a full spoiler-free review of it, but like the world building was so cool, a really interesting magic system. I really liked seeing all of like the cabarets and the casinos in this city of Sin. It was such a cool setting. This was everything included in the April YA Chronicles box. Guys, oh my gosh. They've really hit the nail on the head with some of my favorite series of all time. Nevernight, Vicious, Harry Potter. I also really enjoyed the Shatter Me series, and Warner's such an interesting character. So this is just I want to cry, this is so beautiful. That is all that I have for this video. A huge thank you to the Wyatt Chronicles for kindly sending me this box. You guys are amazing as always. Thank you so much. I do also have a coupon code. My sleep deprived brain can't remember the details right now, but I will have all of that information in the description below. So if you're interested in the Wyatt Chronicles or just want to get a little more of a feel, check out the website. Links and stuff all in the description. So go check that out. I'm gonna go to bed now because my brain hurts, but I'll see you very soon in a new video. And until then, I will talk to you in the comments. Bye!